Hello everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our chapter Preposition. Now this is part 10. Till now, we have already covered 9 parts on preposition. So in this session, we will be discussing some preposition phrases which are related to changing prepositions with situations. It means these are some combinations of preposition and verb and adjective and adverb in which when we change the preposition, the entire situation changes. Okay, so let's begin this session. This is actually concept number 9, where we are going to discuss verb preposition changing with situation. It means here we'll have the combination of verb plus preposition, but here when the preposition changes, the entire situation changes. Okay, so the first phrase is account for. Account for means to explain something. For example, she had to account for all the missing money. It means she had to explain for all the missing money. It means the money has been missed or the money has been lost. Now she had to account for it. It means she had to give the explanation for that. Account to, it means answer to someone for one's action. The manager has to account to the director for the project's failure. It means when one goes and report to someone about the entire work he has done during the day or during the month or week, so that he has to report to someone. So that is account to. It means the manager has to account to or answer to someone for his actions, answer to the director for the project's failure, because the project has been failed. So he has to give the answer that why did this happen. Okay, now let us move to the next one. The next is ask for. Ask means to ask a question. Ask for means requesting something. For example, he will ask for a glass of water. Okay, ask for a glass of water, it means request a glass of water. Ask about means inquire regarding something. For example, he will ask about your health. So if you inquire about someone or inquire regarding something, it means you are asking about something. Okay. Now, break in means interrupt. Okay, to disturb in between. Sorry to break in, but I have some urgent news. Okay, so break in means to interrupt someone. Break into means enter by force. The thief tried to break into the house means enter forcibly. Now let us move to the next one. The next phrase is bring up. That is to mention something or introduce a topic. He didn't bring up the recent rumors. Okay, it means he didn't mention or introduce the recent rumors. Bring up means raise a child. Now bring up can have various meanings. She had to bring up 3 children on her own. Okay, so she has 3 children and she had to bring up all of them. Okay, on her own, it means alone. Okay, now let us move to the next one. Call for means require. The recipe calls for 3 eggs. It means this recipe requires 3 eggs. It means whatever the dish is being made, it requires 3 eggs in that. Call on means visit. If you call on somewhere, it means you visit some place. We decided to call on our neighbors. Call on our neighbors means visit our neighbors. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. Care for means like. I don't really care for spicy food. It means I don't like spicy food. Okay, so care for here means which you can say that you don't like anything. Okay, care for means like something. For example, I care for fast food. It means I like fast food. Okay, care about means be concerned about. She really cares about the environment. It means she's really concerned about the environment. Now the next one is check in. Check in means report one's arrival. Now you must have heard this phrase many times when you must have heard about the hotels. Okay, or when you have heard about the hotels. When someone enters the hotel to take a room in that, obviously he checks in. Okay, and if he departs from that hotel or leave that hotel, he has to check out. Okay, so we need to check in before 5 p.m. at the hotel. Check out means leave a place, especially a hotel. So the guests will check out in the morning. Okay, it means they will leave the hotel in the morning. Now let us move to the next one. The next is come across, means find unexpectedly. It means when we did not expect anything and that happened, or that we come across, or that we run into someone. It means we find or we met someone unexpectedly. That means we have come across. So I came across this old photo while cleaning. So when I was cleaning, or while I was cleaning my house, I got an old photograph which I did not expect. Okay, come by means acquire. How did you come by the rare book? It means how did you acquire this rare book? Okay, it means from where did you get this book? So come by means acquire. So whenever you need to write acquire or use acquire in your sentence, you can substitute it with the help of come by. Now let us move to the next one. The next one is count on. Count on means rely on. It means depend on something. So you can always count on me. Count on means depend on me, rely on me, trust me. Count again, be to one's disadvantage. His absence might count against him in the evaluation. Okay, it means now if we say count against, it means to be one's disadvantage. It means it is disadvantage for someone. However, it may be advantage for another person. Okay, his absence might count against him in the evaluation. It means this may prove the disadvantage for him during the evaluation. Okay, his absence. Suppose there is a person A and he is absent while the evaluation process was going on. So it can be disadvantage for this person. Okay, now let us move to the next one. It means it can be the loss for that particular person. Okay, now the next one is deal with. It means to handle something or to cope with something. She knows how to deal with difficult customers. Okay, so how to cope with or how to handle. Deal in means trade in. He deals in antique furniture. Okay, he deals in, it means he trades in antique furniture. It means the old style furniture. Okay, now let us move to the next one. However, that antique furniture is really rare. Die off because of illness. Now, with die, we can either use of or from. Now, how we use this? Now, if someone dies, you are using the preposition accordingly. Die off is used when a person died just because of some illness. Okay, or something natural. For example, he died of natural causes. Okay, he died of cancer. So that is an illness or suffering. So he died of. Okay, but died from is used for because of an external cause. Okay, which is not the natural death or the death due to illness. For example, if someone die from starvation. Okay, so you can say died from starvation. He died from injuries sustained in an accident. Okay, so died from for some accidental reason or which is external. Okay, now let us move to the next one. Differ from and differ with. Now with the word differ, we can either use the word the preposition from or preposition with. Now what is the difference between the two? Differ from is used with be not the same as. Okay, my opinion differs from yours. It means my opinion is totally different from yours. And differ with, it means disagree with. When you do not agree with another person, it means you are differing with him. Okay, I differ with you on that point. It means on some point, my and your opinions are different from each other. Okay, so this is how we can use different from and differ with. Okay, so differ with is actually the disagreeing with a person, but differ from means be not the same as or the opinions are different from each other. Now let us move to the next one, that is engage in or engage with. So with the word engage or with the verb engage, we can either use the preposition in or with. Now engage in is used when we participate in something. They were engaged in deep conversation. Okay, and engage with means interact with someone. The speaker engaged with the audience effectively. Okay, it means he interacted with the audience freely. Okay, or effectively in a proper manner. And when we talk about engaged in, it means when someone is involved in some activity. For example, they were engaged in deep conversation. In deep conversation, it means they were in conversation with each other. Okay, or with one another. Now let us move to the next one. Enter into means start a formal agreement. Okay. Now the word enter means to come in, to come inside. Where if we talk about the word enter, enter means to come inside. So as a transitive verb enter, we cannot use any preposition. For example, I entered the room is correct, but if I say I entered into the room, that will be incorrect. Okay. However, this enter into can be used when I want to, when I have to, or when I am to start an agreement with someone. Okay, there I can use the phrase enter into. Otherwise, I cannot say enter into for entering the room, because enter is a transitive verb after which we cannot use any preposition in the manner of it being the verb when we enter into the room. Okay, so there we cannot use enter into. There the correct sentence will be I entered the room, not I enter into the room. Secondly, if I want to use the phrase enter into, that means I am going to start a formal agreement. For example, they decided to enter into a partnership. It means they decided to initiate a partnership. Okay, and enter for means apply for something, especially in a competition. He decided to enter for the marathon next month. Okay, now let us move to the next one. Next is fall for. And fall can be used, fall is a verb with which we can either use the preposition for or into. Now, fall for means be deceived by. I can't believe I fell for that scam. It means I fell for that scam. It means I have been deceived because of that scam. Okay. Fall into means begin by chance. I fell into a conversation with a stranger. Okay. So I began talking with that stranger by chance, but I really can't believe this. It means it just happened. Okay, I suddenly began it. Okay, now let us move to the next one. This is fight, and fight is a verb which can be either used with the preposition for and against. Now, fight for is used when we want to defend or support someone. Okay, they fought for their rights. Okay, they fought for what? For their rights. Okay, fight against, it means when they fought with someone, it means they oppose someone. So they fought against the injustice. Okay, now fallen, it is fill in. Not fallen, but fill in. Fill means, for example, you must have heard fill in the blanks. Okay, so fill in means when you just fill the empty space or just the vacant space if you occupy it. Okay, so complete a form. Please fill in the application carefully. It means please fill the application form carefully. Fill out, complete a form, especially in English. It is American English. You must fill out this form to apply. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. The next is go on. Go on means continue. Okay. She went on speaking for hours. It means she continued speaking for hours. Go over means review. We should go over our notes before the exam. It means we should review our notes before the exams. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. This is hang, and hang can be used with the preposition up or out. Hang up means end a phone call. Okay, when you end a phone call, you can say I hung up. Okay, or I hung up. Sorry. When we use the word hang, first of all, let me tell you the verb form of it. Hang can be used in different forms. That is hang, hanged, and hang. Okay, and another word is again hang, whose or of which second form is hung and third form is hung. Now, in these cases, we need to use this word because this hung, the above hung, is for making someone died. Okay, when a person is hanged, it means he is sentenced to death. Okay, when he's sentenced to death, it means he is hanged. Okay. And when we use hang, hung, and hung, it means when we just, for example, we hang the clothes. Okay. So that is another meaning of hang. So hang can be used in two different meanings. Okay. Now here, because we have ended a phone call, it means we have hung up it. Okay. He hung up before I could respond. I cannot say he hanged up. Otherwise, it would be meaning like, he must have hanged another person for death. Okay, but that is not correct. He hung up before I could respond. It means he cut my, he ended my call, or he ended my call before I could respond. Hang out, spend time socially. Okay, so let's hang out at the mall later. It means when you go to roam around to celebrate or to enjoy with your friends, that means you hang out. Okay, now let us move to the next one. Next is hold on. Wait a moment. Hold on means wait a moment. Can you hold on for a minute? It means can you wait a minute? Hold against, feel resentment towards someone. Okay, don't hold against that mistake against her. Okay, or don't hold that mistake against her. Okay, now let us move to the next one. Invest in means put money into something. He wants to invest in stocks. It means he wants to put his money in stocks for extra earning. Okay, invest with, it means entrust someone with money or investment. She invested her savings with a trusted broker. Okay, now let us move to the next one. Laugh at means make fun of. It is rude to laugh at someone. Laugh at means to make fun of someone, and laugh about means find humor in a situation. Later, we could laugh about the incident. Okay, it means that incident made us laugh later on. Now let us move to the next one. That is look at or look for. So with the word look or with the verb look, we can either use the preposition at or for. Look at is used turn one's eyes toward. Look at the beautiful sunset. Okay. Look for means search for something. I have been looking for my keys everywhere. It means my keys are missing and I'm searching them. Okay, and look at means when we just stare at one point. Okay, so turn one's eyes toward. So look at the beautiful sunset. Now let us move to the next one. Next is opt for or opt out of. Opt means choose. So given the choices, I would opt for the blue one. Okay, opt out of, choose not to participate. He decided to opt out of the program. It means he did not want to participate. That is why he opt out of. Now let us move to the next one. Part from, leave someone, say goodbye. It was hard to part from his family. Okay. Part with means give away, relinquish possession. I can't part with my old books. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. Next is rely on means depend on. Children rely on their parents. Rely upon means depend upon. You can rely upon his advice. Now let us move to the next one. Run into means meet unexpectedly. I ran into my old teacher at the store. It means I suddenly met my old teacher at the store. Run across means find unexpectedly. I ran across an old diary in the attic. In the attic means an area in your room, but that is the small area, which is, for example, this is room and here is an attic. It means another space which is in the room on the ceiling or the roof side. Okay, that is attic. Okay, now let us move to the next one. Search for means try to find. The police are searching for the missing person. Now police is always plural now. That is why we have written police are searching for the missing person. Search through means examine thoroughly, means carefully. I searched through my drawer to find the letter. Okay, now let us move to the next one. The next one is a speak to means talk to someone. Can I speak to the manager? It means can I talk with the manager? Speak about, discuss a topic. He will ask about the environment at the conference. Now let us move to the next one. Stand by means support. I will stand by you no matter what. It means I'll support you whatever happens. Okay. Stand for means represent. For example, UN stands for United Nations. So UN, this is actually the short form of United Nations. So we say like this, that UN stands for United Nations. Okay. For example, if I say USA, and then this A stands for America. Okay. So this is how we use this stand for phrase. Now let us move to the next one. Next is take after means resemble someone. When we look like someone, she really takes after her mother in looks. It means she looks like her mother. Okay. For example, you also must resemble someone in your family. For example, I take after my father. Okay. Take up means begin as a hobby or responsibility. he decided to take up painting during his vacation. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. Next is talk to means converse with. She needs to talk to her advisor before making a decision. Talk about means discuss. We need to talk about the upcoming project. Now, remember one thing. We have two types of phrases, that is talk to and talk with. We can use with and to both with the verb talk, but how they are different from each other. Talk with is normally talking with a person. For example, I'm talking with my friend. Okay, so if I'm talking with my friend, it means that is an informal talk, and that is informal, and that is normal talk. Okay, but if the PM will talk to the country, not talk to the country, it means when we talk to someone, it means we are talking for some purpose. For example, I'll talk to the teachers. It means there is some purpose for which I have to talk with them. Okay, so this is the difference between talk to and talk with. Now let us move to the next one. The next one is think of and think about. So think of when we consider something, when we have an opinion about something. What do you think of the new proposal? It means what do you consider, what your opinion is about the new proposal. Think about means consider over time. I need to think about the offer before making a decision. It means I need to think, I need to consider the offer. It means I need to consider about the offer for some more time, okay, before making the decision. Now let us move to the next one. Wait for and wait on. So with the verb wait, we can either use the preposition for or on. Wait for is used when we stay until someone or something arrives. Until someone or something arrives, we are waiting for that person. We had to wait for the rain to stop. Okay, it means the train was just moving and running on the track, and we were waiting for the time when the train stops. Okay, wait on means serve. Okay, the waiter waited on our table last night. So the service that the waiter provides in the restaurant, they waits on. They wait on. I'm really sorry. They wait on. Okay, now let us move to the next one. Work on means to spend time improving or dealing with something. I need to work on my communication skills. It means I need to improve my communication skills. Work for, be employed by. She works for a multinational company. It means she is a worker, or she is an employee of the multinational company. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. The next one is worry, and the word worry can be can make their combination with their worry about and worry over. Now worry about is used to be anxious about, or to be worried about something. You don't need to worry about the details. Now we can also write this sentence like, you need not worry. You need not worry about the details. Okay, you need not worry about the details. So this is also the style of writing this. Okay, about the details. Okay, the same sentence. So here we can use this need not as the phrasal, as the modal. Okay, about the details. And worry over means agonize over. She tends to worry over minor things. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. Argue with, dispute with someone. It is pointless to argue with him about that. It means if I argue with him about this matter, that is vain. Argue about or argue over, it means have an argument concerning something. So if we are arguing with a person, we will use argue with. But if we are arguing for some topic, that is argue about or argue over. They always argue about money. Okay, so argue with is about a person, and argue about some object on which we can argue with someone. Now let us move to the next one. Believe in, have faith in the existence of. Many people believe in life after death. Okay, believe, accept as true without proof. I believe his story. Okay, now let us move to the next one. Care about means feel concern regarding. She does not care about fashion. Care for, like or be fond of. Would you care for a drink? Now let us move to the next one. Compare to suggests that one thing is similar to another. Shakespeare to a state. Okay. Compared with is used analyze the similarities and differences between two things. Now, if we make the comparison between the you can say within the same category, we will use compared with, and with different categories, we will use compared to. When you compare this year's profit with last year's, you can see an upward trend. It means you are comparing profit with profit, but from for this year and the last year. But if you compare two, it means we are comparing two things of different category. Now here Shakespeare compared life to a stage. Now life and a stage, that these two things do not have any link, and the comparison has been made. So here we'll use compared to. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. Next one is consist of. There is be made up of. The team consists of 5 members. And deal with, handle or be about. The book deals with the topic of resilience. Now let us move to the next one. Decide on or depend upon. Decide on means choose. They finally decided on a place to meet. Depend on means rely on. The outcome depends on your decision. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. Focus on means concentrate on something. She decided to focus on her career. Insist on means demand. Okay. So he insists on paying for the meal. Okay. It means he demanded paying for the meal. Okay. It means he showed his willingness to pay for the meal. Now let us move to the next one. Interact with, it means communicate with or react to. The teacher encourages students to interact with each other or with one another during the session. It should be one another, not each other. Okay, because if we are talking about students, obviously there are more than 2, and for more than 2 we use one another. Okay, so the teacher encouraged the students to interact with one another during the session. It means to discuss the questions or the matter within themselves. Participated means take part in. So she wants to participate in the marathon. Okay. Now the next one is prefer to. Prefer to means like one thing better than other. When we choose something over another. I prefer coffee to tea. It means I prefer coffee rather than tea. Okay. Refer to, mention or alludes to. Alludes to means when we refer to something. Please refer to the manual if you have any questions. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. Relate to. It means which can be linked to another thing. Understand or empathize with. I can relate to your feelings. Okay. I can understand your feelings. Rely on means depend upon. We rely on our phones for many tasks. It means we are dependent on our phones. Respond to means reply or react to. He failed to respond to my email. It means he did not reply to my email. Specialize in means be expert in or focus on a particular area of work. She specializes in child psychology. Now, let us move to the next one. There is subscribe to, agree with or support an opinion, theory, etc. I don't subscribe to that belief. Suffer from, be affected by or experience pain or illness. He suffers from migraines. Okay. Warn about, inform in advance of possible danger or problems. The forecast warned about severe weather conditions. Write about means compose a topic. She plans to write about her adventures abroad. Okay. Now the next thing is write to. It means communicate by pen or keyboard. I write to my pen pal once a month. Okay. Yield to, surrender or agree to. Eventually, he yielded to their demands. Okay. It means agreed to their demands. So these were some phrases that we have discussed in this session related to preposition. I hope all these phrases are clear to you. We have learned many phrases in this session, and we have also seen the differences of the verb with different prepositions. When the meaning of the verb remains same, but when we add some preposition with them, their meaning will change according to the change in preposition. Okay. Now, if I use the phrase made of and made from, they can also be different from each other. I have told you that in earlier session as well, that made of is used when for example, if we talk about the physical change, which is not which can be reversed, okay, and chemical change which cannot be reversed, we can use made from. So this is how we can use verb plus prepositions, and the verb or the meaning or the situation changes according to the change in prepositions. Okay, so we have discussed all these phrases in this session. I hope you got them. And if you want to learn more concepts, learn more prepositions, stay connected with me. Till then, thanks to you.